Hey guys, welcome back, and we're back here with another video, and I'm going to be trying something a little bit different here. Now, I recently just attended the Driven Car Show, and I was one of those people who were pretty much like, all car shows suck. I'm just going to stay home. I'm not going to do anything, and I'm probably just going to whine and complain about them. But you know what? We're going to get out here. We're going to go through these car meets, and we're really going to see it for what it actually is. Now, this is a car meet that I've been going to for 3 years now, and I actually kind of like the venue. It's kind of gives me like a Tokyo underground parking garage kind of vibe, because it does actually take place on a parking structure. It takes place, I think, on 2 or 3 levels of the parking structure. There's this part on top, and then there's parts underground in the actual parking structure. But without further ado, let's get started with these cars here. So we're looking at this E60 M5 here. It looks pretty stock. It's got a bunch of stickers, aftermarket wheels. Looks like it's on some Pilot Sport 4S tires, which isn't bad, but the car is mostly stock. Nothing wrong with that. You can't go wrong with a stock M5. Boatload of character, and the owner probably loves it, despite it being unreliable. But I think people mostly buy that car for its good character. Now we have a newer generation BMW M3. This is more my style. I usually like to keep most of my modifications and stuff under the hood, and I like to be very, very little when it comes to exterior modifications. The mirrors, the side skirts. I don't know if the side skirts are stock for the vehicle. The interior is pretty nice, black on red. It's got those nice BMW performance seats. I'm not sure if the ducktail is factory, but you know what, guys? If you keep your car simple, you don't do much. Let the stock body do the talking. And as you can see here, we got our German cars. That's my boy Adam right there. And yeah, it's a pretty good. It turned out to be pretty good. Now we're gonna head over to the JDM. So we got this Toyota MR2 with the same wheels I have on my 8 Gen, and I don't blame the guy for having the same wheels because they are pretty lightweight, and I think they weigh approximately the same as the RPF ones. Correct me if I'm wrong on that in the comments. Now, the one beside it is the overseas or JDM version. It was called the MRS, and it looks like it's got a little bit more aero goodies on it. I think those are OEM, but you can't go wrong with this car. The only reason why I don't like it is just because I'm a bigger guy. I'm about 6 foot, 190, 195 pounds. So fitting that little car is a little bit difficult, but I think I could survive. I can live with that. As we pan over, you can see the underground portion, and there's a whole lot more cars over here. You can see it's a good mix of Germans and JDM cars, just a good mix. Now, these older MR2s, you don't really see them that often. Not really a fan of the wheels, not a fan of the rear wing, but you know what? Just because of how the body is, it just looks like it's well put together. So, kudos on that guy. And we can see we got an Evo and SCI with some crazy livery. Now, if this happens to be your car, is this an actual wrap or paint job? I was like never really into these cars, but the artwork is actually pretty cool. Oh, and there's a stock Nismo 370Z. Can't go wrong. Again, let the stock body do the talking. Now, I don't know if it's like hand painted or wrap. I don't know, but it's crazy detail. The detail is crazy, and normally I'm not into this kind of stuff, but it presentates quite well, and it came out to be good. Pretty sure nothing too crazy under the engine bay here, just some nice carbon fiber bits. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Subi. Now we got some I can't even say it properly, RWB Porsches. These look like they're all 993s, I believe. I'm not sure if it's a Carrera, 911. I'm not too good when it comes to Porsches, but I was always a fan of these. The RWB kits kind of remind me of the 993 GT2, which has sort of not as aggressive, but it kind of has the same thing: flared body, body panels, fender flares, and I think it looks pretty good. Now this is a 997, I believe. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the rotated fenders, not a huge fan of the wheels, but it's all right. And I think this is a new entrant to it, but it's always good to see new entrants coming in as well. And there's a nice look at those back ends of those Porsches. Massive wings, I tell you, massive. Now we're gonna go over to the JDM section. We see this little girl, pointing at the car. It's always nice seeing that. I don't know this. I'm not sure if this is a wrap or paint job, but it kind of reminds me of the Windows 98 wallpaper with some pearl in it. It's kind of cool. Overlooking the section, we got our Audis here, and I think that's an old E-Class. This blue one, is it? Oh, there's an 8 Gen SI that slammed to the ground. Even though I own one. Yeah, I think it is an E-Class or an S-Class. Someone, I'm not good with my old Benzes, but someone in the comments can correct me. You just don't see these old ones and ones that are clean. Not a fan of the, smoked headlights. I usually like OEM, but gorgeous car. Now, not sure what McLaren this is, but I'm going to pause the video here. I'm not sure if this was an advertisement for, the wrap person who does the wrapping, but it looks like he didn't finish pulling off the wrap there. Like, you're doing the McLaren a little bit of a disservice there, but someone could correct me in the comments if this is like an advertising thing they're trying to show off. But yeah, that's not a good look. I'm just being totally honest. Over here, we got our JDMs. We got a Q50 that slams to the ground. You got your OG spoon race car or spoon theme car. Can't go wrong with that. I know a lot of people that some of their dream cars, they buy a Honda Fit, modify it. But anyways, we got a nice yellow, carnival yellow EG6 that's sort of Pokemon themed here. Very simple. You don't got to do anything. Let the stock body do the talking. And we got this nice spoon themed DC2 Integra. And ironically, these actually have the same tires as on my 8 Gen, which I will be posting a review on it later, probably in the next video. We got our nice S2000 here, a nice track prep turbo S2000, just gorgeous. Just the fit and finish, just everything about it. Chef's kiss, perfect. I guess I'm more of a performance guy when it comes to it, because I used to be into like style a whole lot, but it just seems like I'm getting older. I'm more so moving into the performance realm of things, and I don't know, it just never shifted back. Like I prefer sleepers, stock bodies, but everything's under hood or on the suspension, or stuff you can't see. That's basically my style. I like basically not letting everyone know what I have. Now we got a couple of FK8s here. I used to hate these a lot when they first came out. I thought they were too overstyled. I just couldn't get with the styling, but they slowly kind of grew on me as they aged. And I think the best color out of them is probably this red one here. I've seen this red one at other car meets as well. It's pretty good. We got one with some crazy yellow rims, a nice Phoenix yellow one. And we got another spoon theme, but an FL5, which is pretty damn awesome to see. This is probably the third or second FL5 that I've seen in real life. They're not as popular, and I think that's just due to because they're so damn expensive. Like, I think the MSRP for about 40, but they want to charge way too much. By the time you're done, you're looking at like 75 grand. But anyways, we're not here to complain about car prices. We're gonna head over to this NSX, but we gotta check out this cool shirt because that's more important. But we are looking at an NSX here. This is, I'm not sure, I think it might be an early model. Someone can correct me with that in the comments. We got a classic sort of old school Honda emblem on there. Nice red color, goes well with the black. And it's on TEs, and it's, it's tucked away in this corner. I don't blame the guy for it being tucked away because you don't want no grubby little fingerprints on this really expensive car. Now we kind of continue down the underground part. This is usually like way more packed. I remember the last 2 years we were packed, as I said earlier on in the video. Now this is a S13 with a 2J, it looks like. This is a full-on drift car. This is like a full, like, balls to the wall drift car, and it's done pretty well. He cleaned it up. I'm pretty sure he uses it, but he cleaned it up. The fit and finish is absolutely perfect. I'm a sucker for purple. Even though I never liked purple growing up, I seem to like it now as an adult. And now we go over to the other section, which is, it's just a wrap job, so it's kind of interesting, but I think that's just about it. And I think I see a Honda Prelude there, so let's go closer to that Honda Prelude. I think we're in the back of it now. Yeah, can't go wrong with the Prelude. Taillights, should have kept the stock taillights, but you don't really see those Preludes that often. There's some more slam cars. I'm not really into stance cars, but again, most cars here, the fit and finish is actually pretty decent. And that's like going up to the cars and inspected them. And here we got a Jenny with 2 turbos. Is that 2 turbos or 1? A 1 turbo. Holy smokes. I know you can do things to use 2 liters, but I'm not knowledgeable. But who cares? Let's just talk about this S15 here. My favorite color. I'm a boring guy. I like silver cars. Not really a fan of the stance, but it's just still cool to see a Sylvia. I don't see too many of them. Yeah, definitely not a fan of the Bozuzuka style. Not a fan of the taillights, but who gives a shit what I think? Seeing an S15 is really, really nice. There's a nice Eclipse. Oh, I have a soft spot for these Eclipses, although I would never own one. They just look pretty good. Now my boy Carl's pointed out our friend's car, which I have posted on the channel. He has a Mazda Speed 3, same color and everything, and I was telling him this is how your Mazda should look. So clean, so fresh, and like this is one of these cars where you don't have to do anything. Just let the stock body lines do the talking. Let the cleanliness do the talking. It's not a bad looking car. I like everything about it. Pretty cool car. We got a Civic with 2 turbos holding up the hood. Kind of a nice little intro there. But yeah, we were all talking about like that's how his car should look. But yeah, really clean Mazda Speed. We have those 2 giant turbos they're holding on the hood. We got a 9th gen with a pretty decent wheel and tire setup. Nice fitment. He's following my strategy, you know, let the stock body do the talking. We got our classic Integra Type R. This guy has been around for ages. You know, you can't go wrong with a DC2. This guy is sitting on a gold mine, and I think this is swapped. Yeah, this is case swapped. I totally forgot it was case swapped. But nonetheless, still a pretty nice car to see. As we look down here, a little bit more JDMs. I think this might be the only underground. Yeah, I think it's only 1 floor on top and then just underground, because I totally forgot how big this parking structure was. Totally forgot about that. As you can see, it spans all the way from the beginning all the way to the other end. There's like a whole bunch of cars to look at. Got an RSX here. Looks like it's kind of a sleeper just sitting in the corner. And yes, this shout out to my boy Peter here. This is the Volvo squad, because I know you're into Volvo. So there's your 850Rs, and I do believe there's a wagon. Oh yeah, there's a wagon right there. Kind of stands out, but who cares? That shit looks good. I'm weird. I was talking shit about another slam car, and there's another slam car there. And yeah, Mini looks pretty good with those fenders too, which is actually surprising. But yeah, going back to the Volvos, yeah, it's weird. I think it just depends on the car. Got our nice 911 turbo there. Can't go wrong. Got some K trucks. We got a Ford Ranger there. There's a lot of these K trucks that are coming into North America, I find, you know. But anyway, you can't go wrong with them. They're pretty useful. Got a clean G35. Wheels are not my choice, but it was a heck of clean. Got a classic Corvette there. Oh, sexy body lines. I like those. I think that's a stock GTI. Is that a stock GTI? That's weird. We got a BMW with a Corvette motor in it. We got a Skyline GTR, of course, in Bayside Blue, stealing the show. Got a lifted truck. I think this was the only lift. I think there was another lifted truck that was on the top. Not really into trucks, but damn. We got a Civic here with some crazy body kit. Not really into it, but it's cool, you know, seeing the many different flavors of Civic. There was a lot more K trucks. I didn't even expect to be any of them there. And I think this is a first gen Mazda Speed here with all the lights showing and stuff. But yeah, overall it's actually pretty decent. Yeah, it's enough to give me a seizure, this section here. Jesus Christ. But yeah, mostly stock body, slammed. Let the body do the talking. I feel like I'm just gonna say this for the entire video. Let the body lines do the talking. Yeah, and we go back here. I can't believe this Nissan. Like, what? I think this is a Nissan. I don't know what it is. I don't know. And we got, again, with the artwork, acrylic engine cover. Not bad. It's actually put together pretty well. Kind of reminds me of an RGB PC build, No shade, but usually these cars are not well put together, but I'm pleasantly surprised. We got a Q50 here with a fake carbon fiber weave wrap, I think. Oh, we got Pokemon Honda Fit. Is that Kirby? I might be mixing that up. Is Kirby part of Pokemon? That might be really ignorant of me to say. We got a Hyundai Kona. I'm not really into those all that much. We got a Kia Stinger. We got a Challenger in the corner here. We got a Porsche GT3, BMW M2. And I'm just walking back in this section because we're going to check out the other stuff. But first, let's check out this Mercedes. This is also a drift build. I'm not sure what motor this is. I don't want to say it's an LS, but pretty cool to see. Pretty cool to see another race car build. Totally race car. Pretty nice. Doesn't even have windows. Damn, this guy's serious about his weight savings here. We got a Flexus here. Cool license plate on some nice wheels. Again, let the stock bylines do the talking, because usually these Lexuses have pretty aggressive front ends. Let's see what this section is all about. We got a Cobalt SS. This is probably the only Cobalt in here. You usually don't see people with Cobalt SS at these meets. We got a 4-door Skyline GTT, which is rear-wheel drive, turbo, and I think it's the RB25. Can't go wrong with these. With me, like, if I was giving a GTR or a GTT, I actually wouldn't mind either or, because they both are pretty unique in their own ways, and they both have a bunch of character. It just depends what you do with them. But yeah, it's always nice to see Skylines. Always nice. And I do believe this color is Bayside Blue. My friend, the reason why we kind of stopped by this car, because my buddy, he loves seeing Skylines. Doesn't matter what Skyline is, he loves it. And I think this was kind of the most undesirable spec. It was automatic, but I'm not gonna talk shit, even though I just did. Like, these cars are unaffordable, so if you can get one with an automatic for like 30 grand, I would do it too. Trust me, I would do it too. Got a Hyundai Veloster, and I think that, yeah, that's a Iike coupe. Can't go wrong with those. I had one myself. One of the most iconic Civics ever, and I do believe this one is boosted, or is it just K-swapped? Yeah, this is boosted as well. So this shit is gonna put down. This shit's gonna hurt some feelings. And then right beside it, we got a 10th generation. Not bad. Usually these are pretty boring, but you know, he didn't do much, made it look really good. Got some other cars down here. Got a Beamer. Let's walk down more and see what we'll find. I see flashing lights. I have to go towards these flashing lights. I believe this is a Mustang. Jesus Christ. This is like Lambo doors. This guy just went full send with artwork. Jesus Christ. But you know what? I personally wouldn't do it, but holy smokes. When you say dress to the nines, ooh, we got a silver Iike sedan. I'm a boring guy. This is my favorite color. I had a Vogue Silver Metallic, and I do believe it's boosted. Yeah, it's boosted. Yeah, Vogue Silver Metallic, it was my favorite color because it just blends in. You could be a sleeper and no one would care. But it's just beautiful. Again, he didn't do too much to the body. Again, this is one of these cars. Just let the body do the talking. Got an Audi over here on some crazy rotiform wheels. We're gonna go down here and see what we got in this section. This looks like a Subaru, one of the new Subaru double axles. Actually looks pretty good with the fenders painted. Could have left the hood scoop red, but looks pretty good. Walk around to this section, so we got vendors where you can buy stuff. And yeah, it's pretty chill. The atmosphere is pretty chill. That's probably the most thing I like about going to this car meet. The atmosphere is pretty chill. And I think it's just mostly the venue for me it's a little bit different, because usually car meets, they're usually outdoors in a parking lot. But this one, actually, you know, I always enjoy going to this one, you know, taking videos, taking photos. I just love the vibes it gives me. So we got a Subaru here, military green. Not bad. Got some regular ass traffic Mercedes. hiding way, obviously. And yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, I think I see. And yeah, we got some NSXs here. We got a red one. We got a silver one here. Oh, can't go wrong. Got ourselves a Cybertruck over here. Yeah, Cybertruck. Teslas. There was a lot of Teslas at this meet, surprisingly. We got a Cybertruck. We got a Model S over there. But yeah, there's not much people there. Got a nice 240Z, I believe. I do believe that one is LS swapped as well. Got a 350Z there. Pretty clean. Usually don't see those clean. They're usually destroyed by takeover kids. Got a nice BMW M2. A lot of people don't like this car, but I actually do like it a lot. And I think this color really shows all those design elements. Got a Subaru. We got a Challenger. Oh my god, I always get these mixed up. Charger, Hellcat. We got a FD RX-7. This guy is around, but you know, he's known for his like work, his body kits, his styling. Oh, it's just a good looking RX-7. Crazy fenders in the back. Crazy fenders. And my buddy's walking over to this 8 Gen here because he knows I have one. A lot of 8 Gens typically go for this look. They usually do the full CSX conversion, which gives you, you know, the JDM front end, fenders, headlights. The only thing you have to do with these cars is you kind of have to shave the taillights, but it's always cool seeing those around and seeing when they're done really well. Got more JDMs. We got the VQ Club over here. And got your Nissan Squad 400Z, R35, R34. We got an RSX with some clear taillights over there. But let's just quickly assess this aisle over here. Let's see what we got. Can't go wrong with R35s though. Definitely a good staple in the car community. You got a Slam Z4 just chilling out there in the middle of the aisle. Probably for one of those tents there for advertising. Now, here's another vehicle that's wearing the same rims as my 8 Gen. This RSX here. It's like, I think I'm gonna sell my wheels, guys. It's just like, look. He literally has the same wheels as me, same color too. I'm selling my wheels, guys. I gotta sell and get something else. Let's go over to this Civic, because I need to sell my wheels. That just made me upset a little bit. Now, the thing is with these, you kind of have to do it right. You kind of can't do these half-ass, because you can tell when people do half-ass builds on Hondas, they just don't look really good. But when it's well put together and you go the right way and you go all the way through, it turns out it's pretty good. It's actually not a hard job to do. I think you just added a little bit more to the styling with side skirts and a front lip. And yeah, I'm surprised how many 8 Gens I see, because usually in the wild they're not that popular, but at car meets. But yeah, got a nice modded Subaru there. I always like these, even though like they're unreliable. I just get a joy of the Subaru rumble, just the character the car gives me. Got another Subi here. Seems like there's a lot of Subis at this meet. Usually the last 2 years there wasn't that much Subarus, but this year it seems to be a lot more Subarus. We got I think, is this an Evo? Yeah, it's the Evo 10. We got a BMW over here. We got a Civic with some weird wing on it. Not sure if this is an SI or not. We got a EM2, which is pretty interesting because people usually don't modify the 7 generations. We got a Challenger Hellcat on some nice wheels, and then we got a ES2, which is a 7 generation sedan. Like, people don't modify these cars. I feel like they don't give them enough love. And he's got an AZ plate, so that means he's been on the road for a while. Got a nice Mustang. Got another Infiniti G37 there. That Mustang is pretty nice, can't lie. And then we look over to this section where we began, and yeah, we're gonna go through the Germans here. We got our Volkswagens, our V-dubs, and this is probably the second RX. I think, yeah, this is the second RX-7. This is an older generation FC. Has a nice green wrap on it. I think this is an actual drift car as well. Here's another pickup truck that slammed to the ground, an older one. Ooh, and we got a lovely Altezza here. Now, you guys already know my take on this car, my controversial take. I think this engine here, the Beams engine, is a correct engine. A lot of people will debate me and say, oh no, the 2J is better. You know, it could be sleeper, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I don't like that engine in that car. I think it's too heavy. If you want to do that, go ahead, but that's just my personal opinion. I just think that the Beams is the way to go. And this was a full Altezza car. It was right-hand drive. I think I should import one of these and sort of fool around with them. That's also another option too. I don't know. I have a soft spot for these Altezzas. And all my friends are coming to look at it because I had such a hot take on this car. Paint could use some work, but can't go wrong with an Altezza. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much the car meet. I'm going to put some, cinematic music over the last bit of cars here, but we just got to talk about this S2000 before I get going here. Oh my God, I'm such a Honda fanboy, guys. All right, guys, that's been the Driven Car Meet. Overall, it was a complete success. Turned out really, really well. And yeah, hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace out.